Hi guys, this is Simple F1 and today we are breaking down the 2025 Hungarian Grand Prix, a race that delivered an incredible qualifying, fierce on-track battle and one more McLaren victory. How did Piastri and Norris nearly crash into each other and what's wrong with Red Bull and Ferrari? Make sure to subscribe me, press like, leave big comment and let's get into it. Practice sessions went smoothly. The main leaders were Piastri and Norris, and, surprisingly, Leclerc. True, he was notably behind the Papayas. Aston Martin finished well, and Hadjar showed promise in practices until he spun in FP3 and ended up 20th. The real battle began in qualifying. I was really surprised by the upward trend among the rookies. Ocon, Gasly and Hulkenberg were knocked out in Q1, while their rookie teammates advanced to Q2. The bottom 5 were rounded out by Tsunoda and Albon. I feel bad for those two and for Gasly. I think they all deserved to be higher up. The second group of 5 eliminated drivers was truly shocking. Antonelli, Colapinto, Sainz, Hamilton and Bierman. I just have one question. When will we finally see results? Especially from two struggling veterans, Hamilton and Sainz. When will we see at least confident and consistent Q3 appearance? It's painful to watch Lewis. I think the problem isn't just a lack of understanding with the car, and also it's mental. It's hard being on the top for 10 years and after that not even being able to climb back for a one day. After quali, Lewis said that it's not a car, it's a problem with him. He called himself useless and said Ferrari need to replace him. I hope Lou gets through this and shines again like a true star he is. And Sainz is struggling too. True, even more so. But I still believe in those two. They'll show us yet. And then came Q3, which hit me right in the heart. First, Aston Martin P5, P6. What? I didn't believe newest move would make such a huge difference. But I am genuinely happy that Alonso has shot at the podium. I know it's unlikely, but let me dream. And in case you missed it, of all the world champions on the grid today, Alonso was the fastest.
But he hasn't been at the front of the field in qualifying since 2012 and he misses out by 0.08 of a second.
So, where was Verstappen? Oh, right, P8 after Gabriel Bortoleto. Congrats to Sauber, congrats to Gabi, but I have few questions for Red Bull. Where are they heading? What did they offer Max to make him stay? That car is a mess. Why are the world champions suffering so much this year? Verstappen is a phenomenal and incredibly talented driver. Probably the fastest out of 20. But why stay at the Red Bull? Go to Aston for the money and to work with Genius, Newey, or to Mercedes, which could be the real contenders under the new regulations. Just not Red Bull. But it is what it is. Verstappen started from P8, and based on what he said about grip, his chances of a top 5 finish looked so slim. And finally, let's talk about Leclerc's pole.
Charles Leclerc has 26 poles in Formula 1. Can the Ferrari man do something audacious and take provisional pole? Charles Leclerc to pole position! Incredible!
Why weren't McLarens fast enough? Maybe because they got too relaxed and too catch up each other, forgetting about others. And not just McLaren, even the commentators forgot Leclerc existed. They didn't show his lap until last 3 corners. Leclerc was as shocked as we were. He shouted, "What? Seriously? How?"
P1.
What? Mamma mia! Oh my god!
Phenomenal job, Charles. Now prepare to fight for your first win this year. You deserve it. And now it's time to talk about the main race. The race itself was very exciting and kept us on edge right to the end. In terms of midfield surprises, there were barely any. Well, almost. Colapinto and Gasly, P18, P19. It feels like Briatore is just coasting into the next season. Poor results, and it's especially strange to see Gasly so far back, given his recently strong performances. Ocon and Bierman, P16, P20. Bierman had car issues, so hopes for points sadly didn't materialize. Hulkenberg went from P19 to P13. Classic Nico. Honestly, I feel like if he started in top 10, he'd do worse. This is exactly his style, overtaking and executing strategy. Bortoleto throw is truly gaining momentum. He went from P7 to P6, his best result in Formula 1 so far. I think he's got a big future ahead. With Verstappen as a mentor, with Alonso as a manager, no surprise. And now about the best midfield team at this Grand Prix, Aston Martin. There is nothing bad to say at all, just excellent work on the car, and Alonso, absolutely brilliant. The junior bulls weren't bad either. Hadjar couldn't quite handle the pressure and finished 11th, while Lawson scored with P8. Considering Verstappen finished 9th, I'm talking back about what I said about Liam. This time he was great. Maybe he will show us even more soon. Williams are still in a slump. Just P14 and P15 for Sainz and Albon. And now to the top 4. Red Bull and Ferrari are suffering with their tractors. Verstappen, a 4-time world champion, couldn't even pass Lawson from the junior team. He criticized the team for an early pit call, struggled with the car and with the traffic, and finished just P9.
Guys, it's really terrible. This idea pitted so much traffic.
Tsunoda was nowhere all race and finished P17. Ferrari had the worst case scenario. Hamilton couldn't gain any positions, even though he was within a second of 10th place for a last few laps. Finished 12th, he was disappointed, but nowhere near as heartbroken as Leclerc. After taking a surprise pole, he didn't even make a podium. He agreed with the team, said they weren't listening, and unsafe defended against Russell.
This is so incredibly frustrating. We've lost all competitiveness. You just have to listen to me. I would have found a different way of managing those issues. It's a miracle if we finish on the podium.
Take 2, 1 lap later, and there's the late move! Pinch to the apex, Russell gets by, Charles Leclerc will try the up and under. That was real brinkmanship.
As a result, earning a penalty and finished just 4th. Total disappointment. As for Mercedes, they are quietly and steadily getting results. Kimi finished P10 and scored points. And Russell, not too calmly but confidently, passed Leclerc for P3. Well done. I have a feeling Mercedes will be back next year. Please, Toto, take Hamilton back. And now to our favorites, the team that has doubled the points of their rivals, McLaren. Everything here is steady, P1 and P2. But we are seeing a growing tension between Norris and Piastri. Norris executed a risky one-stop strategy brilliantly, kept his old tires to the end, and won Hungarian Grand Prix. Piastri tried to attack, but almost crashed into his teammate and had to settle for second.
Remember how we go racing. Same reminder, Oscar.
Now McLaren go into the break as clear leader, with just 9 points separating their drivers. Piastri still leads. Let's see if he can hold on and become this year's champion. This Grand Prix was a real emotional rollercoaster. Leclerc went from triumph to heartbreak. Verstappen keeps losing ground, and McLaren's continue to dominate. What do you think? Can Piastri hold onto the lead over Norris in the second half of the season? And will Ferrari bounce back after the summer break? Share your thoughts in the comments. Also write below this video who is your favorite driver and who is your driver of the day. Make sure to subscribe me, press like, leave big comment and share this video with your friends. Have a nice day or evening, and remember, F1 is simply lovely.
Style.